Peace, family. Peace, family. Peace, family. I just want to say I love love. I love love. And I love loving self. I love the embodiment of the spirit that I have. I love the embrace of the body that I am in. I love the mind and I embrace the mind and I value the mind and I honor the spirit of the essence of everything that I am. I so am in the warmth and in the lovingness of one. And I envision that you have balanced vibrations in the harmony of your healing. 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 May you be well, may you be abundant, prosperous, noble, fertile, loving, and lovable. I love and I embrace the lovableness that I have about myself in order to share who I am with you. And I value you, I honor you, I love you, and I love you because you exist. I love you because you have an ear to hear. I love you because you have a heart to see. I love you because you have a mind to know. I am one called L. I am one called many. I'm Black Jesus in Dallas. They call me a little bit of everything. And yet, I'm one. I'm one. Um, Earth is my mirror. Nature is my reflection. Spirit is my guide. Mind is my eye. And yet, there is one imbalance with all the kingdoms that exist here, within the animal, within the nature of the organic human, within the original being. That's who I'm speaking with, speaking to, speaking from. Original. Original. Oh, original. Yes. Oh, them ancient beings, the ones that they call the golden race of peoples, them indigenous, them ones that was the first families of the first families, that came from the sea and the ocean of stars within the body of what we would call the periodic table, but most abundantly carbon. Y'all call it melanin, and I just call it love. Them peoples, them my peoples right there. I love us some us. I love us some us. And I'm so grateful. I'm so great about it. I'm well with it. And I envision that you are abundant in the love that you have for yourself. Because, yeah, you saw that too. You are everything. Everything. And you're the only material that matters. You are the only material that matters. Within humanity, everybody, you are the only material that matters. Because you are the only matter made materially. Ain't nobody else gonna care about you but you. Ain't nobody gonna love you like you except for you. So love you more abundantly. Be the gift that you are every single day for you. Every day. More and more. Every day. Be more and more lovable for yourself. Be the gift for yourself every day. Be love and loving and lovable for the self every day, so that you can share that love with another. So that you can be that love with another. So that the embodiment of being one fuse together. Ooh, y'all look alike. Y'all look like y'all supposed to be together. Y'all look like that. Yeah. So that happens. Peace, love, and light, abundance. I envision that you receive that love well. Um, Love, and let me expound on what my definition, personal definition of what love is, because it's so misinterpreted. Love is, to me, an action through the reflection of acceptance and sharing in the experience of oneness. I'm going to say that again. Love is an action through the reflection of acceptance and sharing in the experience of oneness. Be your highest self and be your highest, most lovable, loving self every day. Be the gift for yourself every single day. Your presence is a gift. So not everyone is worthy of your energy or your time. Even in the moments, because we know time doesn't exist. So your moments are your enjoyment of happiness of being, and then time is the preparation for your forward movement to enjoy more moments. So if a motherfucker ain't, actually valuing and honoring your time, your space, your place, you know, your everything about you, move around. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck around. Right. Say, y'all, the way in which we are going to be able to communicate, inload, download, upload, reload information from sunlight to crown and corona, okay? It's about to change because of the density of oxygen as well as the density of radiation here in these areas. We will call it 3G, 4G, 5G, and every other G that somebody's, paying G's or whatever else the case may be. Um, every form of that sound is about to raise its vibration. And so the way in which we're going to be able to communicate a direct pathway to the sun is actually going to be interrupted in certain seasons or for a constant season. Okay? So, hey y'all, I got a message. It may not be your messenger, but I got a message. So, share this along, okay? The way in which we are going to be able to communicate in the very near future, if you are not creating your own language to be able to speak functionally with people who are actually going to turn into zombies pretty soon, okay? We're not going to be speaking with them. We're going to be speaking with the functionally literate, okay? Those are the people that are raising their vibration constantly, currently, in this realm of reality, right here, right now. Okay, those are the ones that are eating foods that look like them outside of the titles and the labels. These are the people that are resonating with things that are corresponding with their very DNA instead of people's biases and opinions. Okay, the way in which we are going to be able to communicate in the very near future is going to change based on the level of radiation that is rising in this area. Okay, so be mindful of the narrative that you prescribe or subscribe into. Okay, they call it a hospital for a reason, because it is hospitality. They give you a comfortable bed to practice on you so you can watch some TV and feed you poison and bullshit and filth, never to heal you, only to extract. so that you can become a ward of the state while they take all of your organs and harvest them for its energy. Don't take nothing off the table, family. Don't take nothing off the table. Every single thing is connected. 20 years, $10 trillion, and filth and lies and deception come in and out. You tried to bribe your way of democracy into a place that never asked for it, never requested for it, never demanded that you give it to them. And yet, the same people that you train, the same people that you give gifts of arms to, you call your enemy later. Everywhere on planet Earth, and then the dwellers here occupying indigenous territories all on, see, don't take nothing off the table, family, because it's layers to it. And so if you really want to unravel it, unravel yourself first. Unravel all the traumas and the dramas and the mamas of the why and the how and the when and the where. The timeline of the timeline exists based on the narrative of what they wrote. Time exists in the construct of how we count these stars above and below our heads. Okay? So this year ain't 2021 like y'all want to calculate and look up. It's a lot more distant in the eons than that. So in the realm of your circle of influence must be broadened. Okay? So we're at the point in the stage in this season of time, be it or buy it, ban it or burn it. Be it or buy it, ban it or burn it. From your beans, your books, your bullets, your band-aids, your books, your banks, your bureaucratic bullshit, and everything else in between. Be it or buy it, ban it or burn it. From your pulling pits to your commerce and contracts, your religion, your philosophy, your doctrine, all of it. Be it or buy it, ban it or burn it. Liberate yourself with that if you're going to do all of that. Produce a key and a remedy. Produce a key and a remedy. Produce a door. Because we're going to produce a door for you. Things are being exposed, and I'm not even going to just say things. Information with regard to what time it actually is, who and what the original and what the origin of species and humanity and life itself that we think we know on Earth is. Rare earth elements that we actually need to stop digging out of the earth and actually rediscovering what its purpose is for when Earth actually turns back over. Say, y'all, very soon, y'all can keep pounding and pounding and pounding away with all this concrete and bridges and bullshit y'all call roads and freeways and highways and all this other kind of extra craziness. The earth is about to turn itself all the way over. And so in the realm of no stone left unturned and all that other kind of extra stuff, yeah, we living in them days. So just know that there are mountains above mountains, skies above skies, stars within stars, oceans beneath oceans, right within our very reach, family. So high ground, low ground, in ground, underwater, and all that other kind of extra stuff is where you need to be. There's no escape. Okay? So just know that everything that's going to happen to the earth is everything that's going to happen to you. Okay? That is the realization. We are on the third rock from the sun, getting closer to it, becoming it. Okay? On this crash collision, right? There is some debris that is going to be left over that's going to burn in the aftermath. Those are the remnants of that which is not pure. So that which is not pure will be burned in the all illuminating light that's not necessarily this first sun. We're living on an old sun, an ancient sun. Anyway, and we live for a living. We live for a living. All that extra other bullshit that you do day to day is to fulfill someone else's purpose. Live for a living for a first, and for a moment, and for a lifetime, and then find the joy and the happiness of loving yourself even more every single day. You're a gift for yourself every day. You are the gift. You are the key. You are the answer. So, be well with that. Be well in the vibrations of the harmony of your healing. Because you're going to have to heal from first mama's trauma and first father's trauma. Then you're going to have to heal from your own first sons or daughters trauma as the self, and then eldest as well, and then continue healing, and then continue to find joy in the growth of your knowing known knowledge applied. We can't tell nobody what to do on earth no more. Don't nobody want to follow the rules or subject themselves to none of this and that, except for those who think they have to participate. It's a purpose for all of that. So let your loved ones go on and take that, jab and that shot and that, all of that. Yeah, let them do it. Don't try to reconvince that. That's their purpose. They're supposed to do that. There are those among us that actually know that's poison. That's trickery. That's some old sorcerer's, mad scientist narrative cooked up for us to participate in this zombie apocalypse bullshit. And we're not participating in it. Go watch the movie I Am Legend. Go watch the movie Denzel Washington. What's the Book of Eli? Go rewatch The Matrix and study it. Just look, download the script of the movie and pay attention to just read it. If you don't rise to knowledge, people will say wake up all the time. If you don't rise to the knowing known knowledge of yourself, if you don't rise to the knowing known knowledge of yourself, you will be lost forever in this today's society. And so, yes, crypto and digital currency and Bitcoin and all of that look real good. Look real good. Yes. And, just know that there are tangible and intangible, movable and immovable jewels, gifts, rubies and pearls, and aspects of gold. You can move. You worth your weight in gold, rubies, pearls, diamonds, palladium, silver, copper. You worth your weight in every element, rare earth element, and everything else ain't been discovered yet. You worth that in your weight. Yes, in all of the elements. So do not devalue yourself according to some green piece of paper with somebody else's ancestors on it. Don't devalue yourself based on what you think is money. You are the currency being spent. Your time is what's most valuable. Everyone on earth knows that. Time is valuable. So if they can control the narrative of how you utilize your time, then they got the bag, and they laughing all the way to the bank. So when you do for yourself, when you be for yourself, when you have knowing known knowledge applied for yourself, Not all that fictitious conjecture bullshit. Not all of this, adjective. No, we talking about nouns and pronouns, motherfucker. Verbs and words are good, but hey, I know I'm God. And I know she is too. So, what's up with it? Motherfuckers be lost out here, confused out here. It's like, hey, um, how you don't know you God already and it's written? How you don't know that? You skip over that to buy into the narrative of the fear factor shock syndrome acceptance program. Oh, you can have a direct relationship with this person or thing or entity or being or non-existent figure if you fear enough into the world played narrative that happened or didn't happen. Oh, he's supposed to look like or he didn't look like. Come on, people. What they're doing, this is the greatest screenplay of the greatest parody for the greatest narrative that has been the world's greatest casting call for all to participate in. The, we've been duped into a society for the last 2,000 years that played along into a narrative of something that they projected to put forth, to put forward, to project onto the world, to actually justify and substantiate their claim to a land that they are not indigenous to. That's a whole lot. Rewind it and play it back. Excuse me. Hydrate. Hydrate. Let me hydrate. Oh, y'all like what that is? What that is? Got some okra in the water. Yes, okra in the water. Let's turn y'all up. What that do? Y'all know that slime that okra produces? That's milk and honey. Tastes like silk. Y'all see me drinking it. I want y'all to see me drinking it. Yes. I saturate, or however you say, I lather, I bathe in it, Everything for the most part, anything that I put into my body, I can put onto my body. So that's how natural I'm eating, and that's how natural I'm drinking. Anything that I put in, most of the time, hot processed foods and all that other kind of, well, stay away from processed foods. I'm talking about hot cooked foods, my bad. Hot cooked food, yeah, all that kind of stuff, whatever. But the foods and fruits that I eat, yeah, I can put that on my body and in my body. So that's how healing you're supposed to be living right there. You know what I'm talking about? Because we live according to nature. Okay? So again, earth is my mirror. Nature is my reflection. Spirit is my guide. Mind is my eye. I am all. Within all. One and no thing. Yep. Where you from? Here. Teramu. Atlan. Niha. Ani. Turtle Island. Um, y'all really want me to tell you where I'm from? I'm from Arcturus. Blue Star. fourth brightest in this so-called known universe. Known seeing. Yeah, that's where I'm really from. The ancients here in animal form call me Blue Feather. Some of them also call me Golden Lotus. So, since you really want to know. Oh, okay, now I'm from Oak Cliff. Grew up in Duncanville. Went off to the Marines at 18. Baby. 19 in Iraq. Stationed in California. Hawaii. 2 tours to Iraq in between. Various places in the Pacific. 2009, they flew me to North Carolina to plan the aviation war for Afghanistan, y'all. To assist in the planning from the Marine component and from the Marine aspect of it, right? So I was in aviation. So from what I did was flight planning, missions, coordination, or the keeping flight logs and records, and so in the theater of operations, like they like to call it, theater. Pay attention to the narrative now, y'all. In the theater of operations, I was the assault support request coordinator, joint tactical airstrike request coordinator, and all this other kind of extra shit. So in layman's terms, for in the States, that would be John McCain, old treasonous ass, or whatever. Anyway, John McCain flying in the F-18 in Arizona, front seat. That used to come across my desk. Or, y'all's flyovers for the football games and all this other kind of craziness, that used to come across my desk. Those types of things. I wasn't in the capacity of the shoot 'em up, bang bang, kicking down doors and all that other kind of extra stuff, taking names, and yet trained in the aspect of it. But my participation was aviation. So, from that journey, it was, you find peace within inner peace when you create your own peace within the journey of inner standing for your own self, love, being love. Okay, so not to detract. Whew. After my second deployment, I re-enlist. I got another 4 years, right? $26,000 signing bonus and all this other kind of extra stuff. I got orders to Hawaii. I'm lit. It's 2009. So they fly me to North Carolina, plan this aviation thing. Theater Battle Management Course System is what we working with, right? This is the name of the operation. Okay, so all right, cool, come on. So this half of the map is the war we're gonna fight on terror. This half of the map is the war we're gonna fight on drugs. Funding from the war on terror is gonna pay for the war on drugs. That went not necessarily smoothly over my head, but yet I had some questions. And so I got asked, "Hey, bro, what the fuck wrong with you, man? Why you? What's up?" I say, "Hey, man, staff sergeant, whoever, whatever, hey, bro. 20 years from now, don't call me when some of us are dead. Don't call me when some of us are missing, or you ain't heard from them in a while, or what they been. Don't do nothing. None of that. Don't do that. Because no. There's certain known knowledge that you kind of grow up with without experience. And then when you experience firsthand, it's like, oh shit, you can either go into shock or you can go into, I'm going to see how this goes, play it cool, and just fade the fuck away from this particular situation. You know what I'm talking about? So that's exactly what I did. So, shoot, I wrote out my contract. I did other things in other aspects of life. So, hey, made history, did some things, and all that other kind of extra stuff. Sold. Sold. When you when you buy into you, right? Instead of selling yourself to the world, when you buy into you because of the value that you have, yeah, you'll find real peace. Okay? What the mind thinks, the mind creates. Yet, be aware and be mindful of the creator, of the narrative, of what the mind actually wants you to see. Because sometimes that's not your mind. Sometimes that's not your narrative. So yeah, thoughts become things, but just be mindful. Some of them thinkers is mad in thought. Some of them are scientists, and some of them got money. So be very mindful and be very careful. Um, so you know, there's a way in which we can survive. You know, not even survive, live. Just live. We live. Just be life. Goodness, life, living fruit, and just hey. And make sure it's an even burn. Just make sure it's an even burn. I love you because you exist. I love you because you exist. I love you because you exist. Ashe.